Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. An Anguished Ridge gives Taylor an ultimatum and Brooke puts Steffy on notice. Tuesday, October 1st, 2024 moment on the Bold and the Beautiful, Katie pushes Will to take an externship at Forrester, Ridge reacts to Taylor's news, and Steffy and Brooke compare notes. At Forrester, Taylor tells Ridge she has heart failure and is dying. Ridge informs her that's insolvable. She knows it's a shock. Ridge declares that it's not true. She's sorry she didn't want him to find out like this. Ridge tries to get him mind around it as he realizes that's why she came home. Taylor reiterates that her heart is failing. Ridge asks about her resuming her practice. Taylor was just saying that to cover. Ridge thinks this is going to be fine. Taylor says it's not. Her condition is progressive and will only get worse. I don't have long to live. In the main office, Steffy tells Brooke her collab with JJ will boost the collection. Deals and internet business is all tracking up. Brooke tells her they've a lot in common. They both want Forrester to be successful and they both love her father. She thinks it would mean so much to Ridge to see them getting on. Steffy points out she just congratulated her work on the bedroom line. She adds that there's someone differently who loves her father just as important as they do and will always be part of his life, my mama. In the design office, Katie addresses to Will about working at Forrester. He's still trying to get effects settled with Academy. Katie wants him back in LA, but only if it's stylish for him. He thinks she needs someone there to look out for her. His mama clucks that he doesn't need to do that. Will replies, I suppose I do. Katie finds this sweet, but she'd no way ask him to alter his life for her. Will wants to be there for her. Katie repeats that it's not necessary, especially where his father's concerned. Will asks if she's thinking about being with him again. Katie takes a work call and also disconnects. Will asks again if she's thinking about getting back with his pater. Katie doesn't know what the future holds, but they're drawn to the idea of reuniting their family. Will doesn't need that. Katie says Bill hurt her extensively, I'm not sure I can do it again. Will says his father will always say he loves her and she's his world, but he no way follows through on it. He doesn't want that pain for her. Don't go back to him for me. In the main office, Brooke knows Taylor and Ridge have a special bond and an amazing family. It's not news to her. They both agree it's great that Steffy's mama is back in city, but Ridge's life and his future are with her. Steffy's all for people doing what they want, but they can't forget that her father will always love and watch about her mama. In the salon, Ridge asks Taylor how she set up out about her condition. Taylor had casket pains, irregular twinkle, and fatigue. She allowed. It was just stress, but when it got worse, she reached out to the croaker. As soon as she set up out, she came home. Don't tell anyone, she pleads. I don't want Steffy to know that I'm dying. Ridge argues with her, their kiddies are grown-ups and can handle it. Taylor doesn't want them to have to handle it, she didn't indeed want him to know. She needs him to admire her wishes. Ridge can't forget what happened moment. Taylor asks him to trust her to know what she needs. She asks him to promise he won't tell Thomas or Steffy. Ridge says, okay. He learns that Taylor has spoken to Lee and says they need to set up some meetings for her. Taylor says there's no way around this opinion. In the design office, Katie wants to stop talking about Bill. She asks what Will thinks about being a Forrester intern. He thinks it could be cool. She thinks it could be an amazing occasion for him. Katie tells her son they shoot each over the world, but an externship there would be a great place to start. She continues her pitch until he teases, you're really pushing for this, aren't you? He thinks it would be a chance to see her more. Katie wants to see him thrive. Will's not sure fashion is his gig. Katie asks him to keep an open mind. Working at Forrester could change his life. In the main office, Brooke asks why it's so hard for Steffy to believe she wants her family to be happy. Not that long ago. She and Taylor were musketeers. Steffy points out she doesn't love having her around her father. Brooke's not bothered at all. Taylor came back because she misses Steffy and the children. This is where Taylor needs to be right now. In the salon, Ridge accuses Taylor of being bearish. Taylor is sick and won't get better. She wants to enjoy her life with her family while she can. Ridge demurs that they've the stylish croakers and hospitals there. He's frustrated that she hasn't made an appointment with a cardiologist. Taylor says these aren't his opinions. Ridge hollers that they're if she can't make the right bones. He complains that his father wanted to do the exact same thing. He tells her he won't tell Steffy if she agrees to go to the sanitarium and get some treatment. Her family needs her, I need you. Taylor runs into his arms and he tells her how important she's to him. I'm not going to lose you, okay? Taylor cries. Taylor isn't dying after all, but forgets to tell Ridge. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Taylor Hayes spills each about her fatal heart condition to her baby daddy Ridge Forrester. It's the reason she's back in LA, and she had every intention of keeping her health status secret. But after Ridge sees her collapse, he needles her until she spills that a Euro croaker gave her a grim prognostic. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Taylor Hayes' grim prognosis. Ridge is blindsided by the sad news and pushes her to get an alternate opinion. You would have allowed that Taylor, being a croaker herself, would have realized the wisdom of attesting her opinion, but let's let that go for now. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Taylor isn't dying after all, but forgets to tell Ridge. What matters is that Ridge has the good sense to contend that she have another discussion being as how has paid her. Eric Forrester was saved from the Grim Reaper at the last nanosecond. Ridge Forrester insists on alternate opinion. Explosive B&B spoilers for the week of September 30th to October 4th tease that Taylor agrees and consults with Dr. Grace Buckingham. Further tests are conducted and the results aren't what Tay-Tay anticipated. Could the word she got abroad have been misleading? Surely perhaps. Grace Buckingham tells Taylor that whoever diagnosed her was incorrect. In fact, she's not dying and has a veritably manageable condition. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Taylor Hayes' good news. Taylor finds it hard to believe what Dr. Buckingham tells her, but ultimately comes around. The million bone question now is, will Taylor tell Ridge that she's okay and risk him losing his newfound interest in her? That would be deceitful, but Taylor wants Ridge more than anything differently in this world. He left her for Brooke Logan and she needs a good reason to spend lots of time with the dressmaker. A fatal opinion qualifies. B&B spoilers, how low will Taylor Hayes go? Ridge is lavishing Taylor with attention because he thinks her time on Earth is limited. Will Taylor keep mute about her good news in order to be the apple of Ridge's eye? She and Brooke have fought over Ridge for decades, and it could be that a death judgment is the only way Taylor can hope to contend with Suv. However, do you blink or condemn this script, B&B suckers? Is the Bold and the Beautiful payoff off Taylor Hayes if Taylor does lie to Ridge? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that the Forrester family could suffer a ruinous loss in many months unless the Finnegans are suitable to pull off another phenomenon at the sanitarium. How numerous of Steffy Forrester's cousins does Dr. John Finnegan have to save to prove his devotion to his woman? Then's what's coming up next on Bold and Beautiful. Keep reading for all the details. The Bold and Beautiful spoilers, payoff off addict fave? B&B observers were shocked when Taylor Hayes revealed to Dr. Lee Finnegan that she was dying of heart failure. Is the Bold and the Beautiful payoff off Taylor Hayes? We all assumed that Finn and his mama would be suitable to miraculously cure her just like Eric Forrester. What if that isn't the case? It was just last month that showrunner Bradley Bell teased there was further death coming to B&B. It's rare that the CBS cleaner kills off a main character, but it has been a long time since there was a heartbreaking death on Bold and Beautiful. The cleaner is due for an over-the-top Forrester funeral. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Taylor Hayes' secret illness won't be a secret much longer. Despite swearing Lee Finnegan to secretiveness, heart failure isn't exactly commodity you can hide long-term. It'll only be a matter of time before Steffy or Ridge notice that Taylor isn't well. B&B spoilers, Taylor Hayes faking it? There are B&B rumors floating around that Taylor could be faking her illness and planning to use it to win Ridge back from Brooke Logan. Perhaps that's the case and Taylor still has numerous good times ahead of her. Although, when the verity comes out, her family might not forgive her. Do you suppose that Taylor Hayes is going to really die on Bold and Beautiful?